at the dynamics, it is pointing more to a Liverpool victory to me than the Chelsea.
If Chelsea can approach this as a one-off, like what they've been doing in the cup competitions, and we've seen how very good tactically they have been in the cup competitions, I think we'll have a much closer game than we expect. I think this game will go into extra time. I think Chelsea will make it.
All right, guys, welcome back once again to Mallam podcast, brought to you by Betway. Of course, Benjo Tahiru here. Coach Christopher Nimley. All good.
Nagode.
Yeah, I think my pillow. You know what Nagode means?
Nagode means thank you. I'm very good.
Don't add I'm very good.
No, you thought because I said Nagode, okay. I didn't understand what I was telling you.
No, okay, hold on. So you said Nagode means thank you. Then you praise yourself by saying I'm very good. Or you are telling me that
thank you for asking me. Do I know what Nagode is? I've explained that.
Yes.
But your initial question was that.
Do you know what it means?
No, you said.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. I thought you were praising yourself for knowing one phrase in Hausa.
I speak Hausa. If you don't know, let me tell you.
Stop lying. Stop lying.
I can give you a song in Hausa. The man's, you see, amazingly too, the song, I know how to sing the song, but I don't understand the song.
Still, let me interpret. We know we have a lot of Nigerian viewers.
Are you sure?
The song I'll say you can't interpret.
Yes,
talking about Nigerians.
Some of the comments,
apart from that, bro, what happened with the Umali and there's some boy's girlfriend?
Hey, the one the girl is sharp. The girl went behind the thing and is doing. I'm not even sure the boyfriend has ever seen her do this before.
They say the guy.
Let's not talk about that matter.
They say the guy didn't even know his girlfriend was that flexible.
No, but I think it was scripted. I think it was scripted.
It was scripted how?
What do you mean scripted how?
See, I think it was planned.
Planned how?
I think they, by organizers of the event, I think they knew what they wanted to achieve.
The guy, he went home alone. After the
Bro, forget, they can give somebody a girlfriend for that night. They can give, so just to create a story.
Wait.
Show business,
let me get you right.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you think or you suspect that everything involved and everyone involved was acting.
I think so. I think it's very possible. Because I've seen
in showbiz, it's
showbiz. Listen, if the show ends, the show ends. But listen, the show is ended, and the whole week everybody's talking about the show. Ketsi, the spin-off story. Because what sense does it mean? The girl is a dancer. It's not a random girl. The girl is not a random. Bro, the girl is not a random girl.
Situ, never.
No, they say the skills the
never
girls
underrate baby girls.
Bro,
don't assume because she's not a dancer she can't pull off those moves.
The girl dragged the boy behind the curtain. The boy didn't take the girl there. It's the girl who dragged the boy to that spot.
But she's happy. She's a fan of his.
And then they drop curtains.
Still, she just bent down one. Where's she going?
Wait, no.
You know, be the Tulala, you happen.
The what?
Tulala.
I don't know Tulala.
Honestly,
there's a song we sing. There's a song we sing. Lebi chongbebo, shwane chongbebo, beke chongbebo, agbenemi neshebo. Akebawo yegbe, akebawo segbe, onoko bagbe, tula.
No, see, I'm just hoping that it wasn't real for the boy's sake.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to know
that moment, she didn't care about the boy.
He's scarred for life.
She's doing something to appease her soul.
A shock.
Talk about the boy. To hell with him.
Who's your favorite female celebrity?
I don't have a favorite.
What about a musician? Who's your favorite female musician? You like Rihanna?
No, man. She
you like Beyonce?
She's Ghanaian, but she's dead, so I don't talk about it.
Who is Ghanaian?
Ebony. She was my favorite female musician.
Okay.
So because of that, all those who came after her,
and before her,
look, she was the real deal.
So if Ebony was performing and she dragged you on stage.
Oh no more.
No, you just shake your wife's hand.
I will tell a queer, pretend as if you didn't.
What? see what?
May her soul rest in perfect
May her soul
peace.
rest in peace. She was talented,
Ebony.
beautiful. She had everything.
Everything. She had everything.
No, she had everything. She had the charisma, the talent, the beauty.
She had the personality. That was one thing I
Yeah.
admire about
Oh,
her.
man.
And very humble. That was the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
She could flow with everybody. Anybody at all.
I remember when we, I think my first time of encountering her was 2017.
Yeah.
We were doing Detour, and she was performing that year. She came to the studio and sat down with Jessica for an interview. Oh my God. It was so, and she was still a teenager at the time. I think she must have been 19,
She
20.
Yeah,
she was the real
Yeah,
deal.
she was still like,
She
really
was the
young.
real deal.
And she was, well, man, listen, man. Danny K.
You remember?
No, it was Miss V. The one
There was
that
a
was
day-
Miss V.
there was
I hear that one, Miss V.
If Miss V calls me to the stage, Boba, I'll leave my Charlie water in the front. I'll jump.
There was a day we were in the studio and her father,
Yes.
he overheard another radio station very close to
Yes.
where we were.
Yes.
And somebody told him we're the one, and he just bombed into the studio.
yeah.
Come on, this.
What?
As a young man, you can't behave like that.
You can't do that.
Only for us to sit him down. No, we are not the ones saying that. We are doing football here.
That's right.
Those people are the ones. Can you take me there? You are already misbehaved. But look,
Anyway. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Anyway, listen. At any concert, and please, before you take your girl to the concert, or before you take your man to the concert, find out what the things they would do if they get invited to the stage, so that you can prepare.
but right now, my favorite male
Male.
musician is Kofi Kinata.
That guy has a lot of sense in his songs.
Nobody rock shoulders.
He's a
The-
Betway ambassador, so
the-
that's a good thing.
the rest
One day
are
we'll bring
noise
him here,
makers.
actually.
Yeah.
Bring Kofi Kinata to this
He
podcast.
understands his
You know, he's a
football.
football guy.
He is a football
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
He plays it, he speaks
He
it.
owns a lower tier club.
Yeah. He supports
Move
Granton's
FC,
To
club.
move FC. Yes.
Yeah. That's true.
He supports Granton's club.
Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? Grant? Oh, you are still on retirement.
I don't support them again. That man is talking.
Speaking of football clubs, guys, on Sunday there's a big game between Chelsea and Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. And last week Christopher Nimley came to sit here to run his mouth. Here in Situ.
No,
Chelsea were
that
going
clip
to
was
drink.
terrible.
My friends.
That clip was terrible.
They ran their mouth.
The
Chelsea were going to be
clip was
disgraced and all kinds of things. In fact, you know what? Let's play back that particular clip for the two of them.
I just don't see how Chelsea are going to find a way out. Man City are going to suffocate them.
No more.
What is your problem?
You heard yourself.
You drew a game and as if the
It's
world
not
has come to
your
an
game.
end.
It's about what you said would happen. That didn't happen.
In fact,
Now give excuses.
now I have to be very, very careful when I'm talking about Pep Guardiola going to
He's
play
Man
Chelsea.
City. Especially Chelsea, yes.
You remember in the final two, he went and he did
some
some
things.
things that didn't understand.
Even
Even
though
the ordinary coach would not do that.
Playing Gundogan as a DM.
And then
Playing Sterling as a first
the
nine.
Bruyne, who should be the one putting it, should rather go and stand in front for people to pass him the ball to score. All sort of unnecessary thinking.
But
Look,
it's
but
almost
look.
like you have said something, Pao. Is there a trend?
It looks like
But he's beaten Chelsea like 6-0 in the past.
yeah, but obviously when it is that clear, that is when he tends to misbehave. I call it misbehavior because he tends to overthink the issues too much. Too much. Because at the end of the day, it's Chelsea. They are not doing well. Even Nottingham Forest and
Wolves.
Wolves are chopping them good.
But
They are chopping
what did he get wrong in this game?
Look, the Pep Guardiola I know, first and foremost, I don't understand why he started that game without Bernardo Silva.
Wasn't fully
It wasn't
fit.
fully
No,
fit.
then
Yeah,
why
they
did
get
he?
knocked the game
Why did
before.
he bring him on then when they were struggling? If the player is not fully fit, you don't bring him on when you are struggling.
If he can play 30
I think
minutes.
one of the
No, no,
biggest
no, no,
problems
no, no, no.
probably where he played Alvarez.
I'm coming.
Right, slightly deeper. He wasn't able to affect the game the way he usually does. He played him in place of Bernardo Silva.
And I'm saying that.
And I
if
don't
you are
think he
telling
has
me-
the instincts
If
of-
you are telling me Bernardo Silva is not fit, why do you throw it in when you are struggling? When
because
you
he
are
can play,
chasing
because
the
he can play too.
then he could have started the game.
You're not understanding the point he's making. When the game starts,
Yeah.
the temperature of the game is not as when you are in need of a goal,
Yes.
or some
Because
inspiration.
there's parity.
Because you have to then control the game. When you have the ball, you have to play with a bit more intensity.
And
Having
you
a
throw him
half-fit player in-
coming demanding
No, but-
that he
but-
comes
no,
to
so-
do.
so-
And he was not. But when he came onto the pitch, he just changed everything.
Yeah, but when you say somebody's not,
Didn't it also
Fit for
coincide
90
with that
minutes.
really horrible change Pochettino made?
That's what I'm saying. That
So is it more to the credit of
To-
Bernardo Silva coming on,
I'm coming.
or
I'm
more
coming.
to the point that
The other
Pochettino
thing
made
that
a really
Pep
bad
Guardiola
substitution?
I know will control the intensity of his team. Go watch that game. He sat there as if there was nothing at stake. Pep will be on the touchline doing this, arranging people, throwing hand. This time around, there was nothing of the
But you
sort.
also saw the same Pep against Chelsea, 4-4.
That's what I'm saying. In 4-4, he was on his feet throughout.
It was still 4-4-1-1. The value is the same.
Exactly. You understand? So when he gave you guys 6, he was on his feet. What
And then
I'm
when
s-
he lost 3 times in a row to Tuchel.
he was on his feet.
So his feet, being on his feet means nothing. That's what you're
but you
saying.
see, what I'm saying is that let's see him do the sort of thing that he would normally do. Because this league now is being keenly contested. For me, I said I don't want him to win the league. But I want
That's your
them-
personal preference.
Yes, because he cannot. If he were to win the league 4 in a row, come on, there's only one manager who has done 3-3-3 twice. I think 3 times or twice.
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 No more.
He's done once.
No more. We'll be here. Liverpool will bottle their lead.
No, I don't think so.
City will win maybe with a point or 2 above Liverpool.
I don't
and
think
the
so.
point might be
Is it-
so 90 something. Liverpool fans will tell us that Klopp has overachieved because he
That they can tell
in any
you.
season he would
Because
have
they
won the
got
league.
98 points.
Meanwhile,
But-
they are leading,
But who's-
and
who's-
every year he has been like that too.
Liverpool are not in the lead.
Who's in the
City
league?
have a game in hand. If City
No,
win,
if
City
No,
wins,
you
Liverpool
play
in the
the
lead.
game.
Liverpool will lead by 1 point.
Yes.
So Liverpool will
But
lead.
who said Liverpool are the ones going to win the league?
I'm saying City will win. But City will win and Liverpool will finish second, like by a point or 2.
Who told Liverpool finish second?
That's my
That's
concept.
what he says.
And at the end of
That's why he
the day,
thinks.
like
What's
the
your
2
problem?
seasons that they've lost by a point and a point, Liverpool were leading, and they bottled it. And they'll come back and tell us that, in any other season, they would have won.
You see-
Boga,
No, if it
you
wasn't
are
for
leading.
City.
If it wasn't, you are leading,
Like
win
City,
it.
know they are playing
You are
cricket.
leading, win it.
You see, I think Liverpool will win the league.
Okay.
Okay, fair. Speaking of Liverpool, this Sunday they play against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final. Guys, you guys won't like this. Liverpool played a game in midweek against Luton Town. They won that comfortably 4-1, came from behind. But I couldn't help but notice this. When I was going through the team sheet, in fact, for both teams, both Luton and Liverpool, they had more injured players than they had available.
Yeah.
And it's so bad because Liverpool's injury list, listen, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alisson, Diego Jota,
Wow.
Ben Doak, Curtis Jones, Darwin Núñez, Dominic Soboslai, Joel Matip, Salah, even Stefan Bajcetic, sorry. All these players are injured. At least Salah, I think, might be fit for the final. Other than that, the rest of them, it's a long list. Now, based on the players,
Is Darwin Núñez on the list? That's what.
isn't there? Based on this list and based on the team Liverpool had available against Luton, I thought they would have struggled. And when they conceded,
The first goal.
it felt like, but the character they showed with
Yes.
the players they had to come from behind and win that comfortably by 4-1.
Bro, it's Anfield.
It's making me very
Anfield.
afraid that
it's Anfield.
against Chelsea, it doesn't matter the injury list. Liverpool
You
would
see,
still be favorites.
It's not about Anfield. They've had this list for at least a month now.
Yeah,
When-
Some of these key players have been missing.
at
for
least
this
in and
time.
out.
Yeah,
But they are still winning games. They went to Brentford, beat them by 4-1.
true.
Then they come and top it off with this victory against Luton. Now remember that this season Luton are really worrying the big team.
Hey,
The
yeah.
Arsenal when they
Exactly.
needed a last minute win.
Yes.
Liverpool
struggled, though.
drew in the earlier one, 1-1. City went to struggle. Man United struggled.
Yeah.
So Luton are showing that
They're a
look,
problem. Yeah.
they are a problem. Now, having heard Liverpool fans, they are complaining because they would love their star players to be.
Of
in
course.
It's not
But-
an excuse.
Nobody is using it as an excuse. If Luke Shaw gets injured, then man you can play from the back because only Shaw is the only left back in the history of football.
Or Martinez.
Or Martinez. If Martinez is not the man, you can play. You see proper planning and a proper team and a proper system and a proper coach.
Let me answer that.
You don't need to answer
proper
it.
planning, proper
You don't
system,
need to
proper
answer it.
coach for a coach who has been there for more than 8 years.
Ah.
The problem is that when Luke Shaw is hurt and Malacia is hurt, you cannot look at the academy of Man U and promote.
I bet I bet the players that Klopp is using now, if they were at Man United, you say that they
You
can't
will say
be
the
used.
same thing.
It's true.
Say the same thing.
No.
You say the same thing.
You have to look at the record of the
Proper
man.
coaching brings the best out of
You have to
players.
look at the record of the man. Man United has been badly run. So I don't get it if anybody says Ten Hag is the one badly running Man United. That is where
Then he
is
should
going
resign.
to. No, but the team has been badly run for more than 10 years.
Then he should resign. There was a point in having a coach.
Bad academy system. How many players have you promoted from your academy in the last 13 years?
Oh, plenty.
Only 3.
Oh, plenty.
Only how many?
Plenty. They all shine. That's
Rashford,
it.
Greenwood,
They all shine.
Rashford,
He's talking
Rashford.
quality.
Them all shine.
Yes. Rashford,
McTominay.
McTominay,
Greenwood,
Rashford.
Rashford, Menu,
Plenty.
Garnacho.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, shall-
Fine. It's okay. You see,
Offense,
and
on
that's
the
the
point of
problem.
the
That's the
Liverpool
point
news.
Daniel is making. It's not about the fact that them shan. It's about the fact. See, how good is Joe Gomez? Thank you.
He's good.
But hold on. But when Klopp went into this game against Luton, Robertson was injured, was on the bench. Chimikas is injured. Who does he play at left back? Joe Gomez.
Joe
And what
Gomez
is
is equally good.
He's
not
not being
equally
on
good.
good form
He's
for
not.
God knows.
He's not equally good.
For the not that. Not,
Listen. If Curtis Jones,
I'm shocked.
If Curtis Jones, as well as he plays for Liverpool in that system, if you take the same player and put him in the Man U team, he will struggle.
You
I
struggle.
think it's coaching and principles.
No.
Yes,
That's
he will
just-
struggle.
No,
It's a fact.
It's
He will
just
struggle.
it's good,
I have a
but it's
question.
not
Even
over the
in the
top.
absence of
I beg to differ.
in the absence of Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is Liverpool's backup, right?
Oh,
Conor
Bradley,
Bradley.
Conor Bradley.
Has he
Yeah,
always
They're
been?
not in Irish.
No,
Irish.
he just
He
came
just came in.
He just came in.
Played against
He
Chelsea.
found a
in his-
solution from the
And
academy.
he was brilliant.
Kwanzaa.
Is
Yeah,
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, centre back,
Centre
Kwanzaa.
back.
It is not about
Even
just
Keller had
going
that
to the
simple
academy and finding a solution there.
Okay.
The academy player should merit the position. It's not
See,
because the academy.
before the player, before the coach
Ten
trusts
Hag,
them.
Ten Hag has been in at Man United, let's say, for a year and a half now. He's giving you men. He's giving you
He
guys.
has not given us menu.
He promoted
What's
men.
a
But-
menu in there?
But
No, men who first had to be playing.
No,
was
not
first.
not in the
Fair
senior
enough.
team.
Fair enough.
He's
Let's
not
look.
responsible.
The issue-
He's not
Danny King,
responsible
let's
for
get back.
menus. What we are seeing menu do, that's what menu was doing in the
So
academy.
why are you blaming Ten Hag for the
Menu is a
badly run
diamond in the
academy
rough.
of Man United?
Menu is like Amedipele in this Man United.
why you
Man United will not get menu again.
What I'm saying is,
Don't get
what
men
I don't
again.
get is, Jurgen Klopp has built that Liverpool academy for the past 7 years.
He's
Why
not-
are you equating him to somebody who is not being in the job for even 2
I
years?
say he's responsible for the academy.
Yes,
Is he?
Jurgen Klopp. Yes.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So in those 7 years, how many players did he promote to the first team?
How
No,
many-
no. I'm just asking you.
I
It's not a
don't know.
rhetorical question. I'm asking you.
Jones, Elliot.
No, Elliot was bought.
Elliot was bought.
Oh, he was okay.
So Trent,
Trent.
and
Trent,
Jones,
and
and
Jones.
Kwanzaa now,
And then yes,
And then Bradley.
and then Brad.
and Bradley. Four
Even
in
him.
7 years.
Even him for 7 years.
Maybe
Look
we
how
missed, maybe we missed somebody, but
even maybe let's give him the maximum of 6.
yeah, the young man.
Yeah,
Even him.
Biceps.
Yeah, I think
Even
It was
him.
last season.
But,
Even
but,
him.
but you see, this
Fair
issue
enough.
of
I want us to get back on track though.
just
that
to
no-
finish on that point, this
Yeah.
issue of the academy players and it being a metric on the coach, by design, they are never going to be of the same quality as first team players.
Exactly.
Occasionally, you get an outlier in someone like Menu. The problem is when you do not create that environment to find a way to minimize the shortfalls and the inexperience that they have, but also that environment that allows them to absorb their mistakes, but highlights what they are good at. And eventually or gradually move them along and bring them to the level
that's
that
coaching.
that's coaching. And that's down to the principles that you expose the players to. If there is not enough of that, the player, everybody will see this guy is a diamond in the rough.
Even if the first team players are struggling, how much more those who just got
Those
here?
who just came in.
There's this
Okay.
French boy,
Where?
this French defender that we've seen this time.
Kumbayamba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We say
Very
Kumba.
good.
He's not very good. He's
no,
okay.
No, when for his age
Yeah.
and at his level, among his peers, he's very good.
No,
you can
he's-
clearly
he's
see
not- he's
that.
not very good.
No,
He's
he-
okay.
at
He's okay.
for his
The two of you,
age.
can you stop?
No,
No,
listen.
because he's okay.
No, listen. For his age,
No. Relax. Let me make this very
There's a
quick.
choice
For
of
his
adjectives.
age, no, he's not very good. He's okay.
What is he says he's good.
No,
he says he's okay. Then we move on.
In modern day football, these days, look at the boys at Real Madrid. 18, 19. There's nothing like his age.
Who is 18?
By the time you reach 23,
who is 18 and who is 19 at Real Madrid?
when did
Camavinga.
Camavinga was not bought at the age of 8.
not the fact that he was bought at the age of, by the time Camavinga was 18,
exposure before.
by the time Camavinga was
didn't start
18,
Camavinga.
you could clearly see that.
Camavinga's first
before
exposure
he
was 16.
the exposure he had, he started from 18.
He was already
20.
playing first team football.
That's what he's saying. But
So
this
you
is-
don't
this
equate
is-
him
because he was good
you
enough.
don't equate him to a player who is being promoted directly from the academy.
But
That's
wasn't
what I'm saying.
Camavinga was promoted because he was good.
Camavinga promoted directly from an academy?
Because
So
he was
then he
good.
has experienced the top
No, he
flight
was
football
promoted
for
because
over
he
a
was
year.
Good. It had
He was
nothing to
promoted
do with
because-
And
age.
I'm saying that there was room to
Okay, hang on.
accommodate him at the time.
Gavi has age mates in Basabi and La Masia.
Yes.
But he has
And
been
because he
promoted.
was special and he was good.
He merited.
So what he's
Are
saying
we
is
calling them
that
good?
if he was good, he would have by the age of 18 maybe
Yes.
have had more first team. And there are many teams in
You know
England.
which point is that this is Manchester United, this is not Everton. This is Manchester United, this is not Everton. Exactly what we are seeing Liverpool do, where when they need a right back, they can go to their academy, bring Conor Bradley. He'll be an
And
instant,
I'm saying that
instant
the point I am making is
improvement
that,
on the
the
team.
point I'm making is
You can't say that because your
academy
team
has
no
been
good.
run by this manager for 7+ years.
And you know the interesting thing about the Conor Bradley example? If every player is fit at Liverpool, he might not play one
You
game.
play,
Yes.
you play,
You play.
But,
But-
if everybody is fit, am I that Garnacho will play?
No, but Garnacho is better than the one you have.
Garnacho is better
He's
than
better than the one in the row.
Okay.
He's better than
It just
Rashford.
shows
He's
you how
better than those in the
United
row.
lack
Two of you.
direction.
Oh my
How they
God.
lack common
Can
sense.
you
Today,
shut up?
No, but how do you
the
play
same
30?
defender you bought for
Can
80
you
million
have you
just
shut
3
up?
years ago, it's not good enough.
Who bought him?
Today,
Who
the
bought
same
him 80
winger,
million?
you want to spend 75 million pounds
bought him
on.
80
It's
million?
not good enough.
Keep
It is
quiet.
Garnacho.
Keep quiet.
It's Garnacho who
million.
play.
Keep quiet.
Who bought him 80 million?
That's why you are sick, no. That's why you are sick and you are telling me
It
you are
is your
bad.
team.
That's why you are sick.
It is your team.
Me, my team.
Bring some sanity into this.
I've used
Calm down, my brother.
soap
Calm
and
down.
water plus sanitizer
Okay,
to
calm
wash
down.
my hands off that.
Okay. Achoo.
I paid to Garnacho.
Teacher, can we brief now?
Yes.
Take deep breaths.
I paid to.
Take deep breaths. Hey,
All right, now Chelsea Liverpool.
that was the question.
Look, Maguire, Zuku Banza.
Zuku Banza 80 million.
Zuku Banza,
In your
80
wisdom,
million.
you went to
Who
buy
bought
him for 80 million.
No. The point I'm making is that I'm defending Ten Hag.
Ten Hag going to buy 100 million, Anthony. He's spinning
Ten
like
Hag didn't spend 100 million.
Anthony.
Ten Hag didn't spend 100 million
Who
on
spent the
Anthony.
money?
Meta and Arnold.
About
Those two stupid people. They spend that money. Those two people. That's why the man is sacking the two of them. Meta and Arnold. Meta. Zuka,
The
yes.
United owners.
Zuka, yes. That's why the man is sacking them. Because when they went to Ayas and Ayas said, bring 35 million.
It was 45
30 million.
or something.
If they had paid, he would have gotten to 80 million. So, clear incompetence. Incompetent people.
You can't
That's
blame
why
the man,
Cliff
yeah.
have sacked them. Jim
Achoo.
Ratcliffe, they let Jenny Eshka. He doesn't have money.
Achoo. Liverpool, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Sunday, there's a cap at stake. Liverpool beat 2 years ago. Liverpool beat Chelsea in back-to-back finals. Was it Tuchel? Tuchel, eh? Hey, that guy. He did some. No, was it
all
Tuchel?
on penalties.
What was penalty?
Let
It was
it go,
Tuchel.
bro.
It was Tuchel.
Let it go, bro.
And
The
one was-
season,
one
the
was-
season they collected the crown
One
from
was
Abramovich.
one was cheating. Lukaku's
Bro,
goal should
let
have
it go.
stood.
Let it
Lukaku's
go.
goal should have stood.
I
Let
still
it
hurt.
go.
Why?
Anyway,
You're going to
it
draw-
wasn't offside.
You're going to draw your own lines. You're telling me it's
We will draw our own line.
No, but that was a crooked line.
yes, if it was
The
a
line that was drawn by the
by
VAR.
VAR, I was crooked.
No, it was straight rather. I remember that goal is not a goal.
Your lawyer has billed you.
What kind of lawyer is this?
That line was very straight.
I think support.
Your lawyer has run away.
It was very straight.
If it was AFCON, that goal would not have
one of the straightest lines
I've
I've
never
ever
seen.
seen.
If it was AFCON, that
I
goal would not
remember.
have
No, it was a clear offside.
clear offside.
was-
Is what you are
Lukaku
saying.
was offside.
Clear offside is what you are saying. Okay. Anyway, bottom line. Chelsea have not shown themselves to be great competitors against Liverpool this season. They met only 2 weeks ago. It was not funny.
Yeah.
At Wembley, totally different story, especially given Chelsea's performance against City last weekend.
It will be. But just to backtrack on the issue of Liverpool's records, there's something wrong with the way Klopp prepares his teams and how he trains his team. I think long term it is not sustainable, and it is why over time you've seen even the club maybe subconsciously realize or admits that they need to do something about the stresses the players go through and the people who manage them. So you've seen the promotion of Andrew Messi. I think 2 years ago was when they appointed Jonathan Power as well, ostensibly to try to bring him some new ideas and see if they can find solutions to getting players to stay on the pitch longer than they spend time in the dressing room. But whatever it is, it cannot be by accident that you have tens of players all picking up various degrees of injuries at different points of the season. Something has to give, and hopefully
You're
whoever
saying
comes
that
in as
the
a
long injury list is as a result of Klopp's man management,
It's not
squad
unfair. It's not
management.
unfair.
It's not exactly unfair because you can trace it.
Because
Go back to the
injury
final-
is ACL. ACL can happen to anybody even if you're not
So
trained.
those are the outliers.
I'm looking at the number of injuries that has to do with your muscle tear.
yes.
And if it is muscle, then that probably feeds into a choose point.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it's I know it's
Oh, you're trying to find out how many
somebody
of them-
somebody
Oh, I have
sat
the list here.
somebody
Hold on.
Jota's was
Yes.
impact.
I
Darwin
have
Nunes, I think
everybody's
it's a
injury.
muscle.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen.
Okay.
And even the
Trent.
non-contact
Trent.
injuries.
Trent, knee injury.
Knee injury. Okay.
Alisson, thigh.
Mm-hmm.
That's muscle.
Thigh has to do with
Muscle.
goalkeeper the old Johnny.
But okay.
Diogo Jota,
Yeah.
knee.
Knee, yeah. Somebody sat on impact.
Ben Doak, knee.
Knee, yeah.
Curtis Jones, ankle.
Ankle. I mean,
That's also not muscle.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what
I
muscle.
think
Yeah.
he-
Ankle
Darwin
can go,
Nunes, knock. What does knock
yeah.
mean?
It could be anywhere.
He'll be fit
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Soboslai, hamstring.
That's very much strained.
In
But he's
Ma-
only been here 2 days ago.
Matip,
That's
knee.
in Crow.
Matip knee, yeah.
Salah, hamstring.
Salah hamstring suffered it from the AFCON.
Yes.
But of course, I
Stefan
played a lot of games and minutes. from that.
Bajcetic, calf,
Calf.
also muscle.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's 50-50. But
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I just wanted to look at because I've seen Klopp's
And you
team
see,
being
if you
fit
go back
before.
to the previous seasons as
Yeah.
well, there was a period a lot of people were clamoring for some introduction of fresh legs, but he got stuck with Fabinho, Hendo, Milner. Then occasionally you would have Gini Wijnaldum being thrown into the mix. I'm just saying that something has to give. But on the
No
game,
wahala.
on the game itself,
Before you go on the game, I want to ask a question. Nobody should call me ignorant.
okay.
Where's Thiago?
He came
Yeah, and he had a setback.
against
2 games ago or so.
against Arsenal.
Can you check the nature of the injuries he has been picking?
His name is not in there. It means he's fit. Like,
Yeah, he
really
came
saying-
against.
Yeah, I think but he came and he had a setback, and I think he's fit again. But
Yeah.
he came against Arsenal.
I saw some tweets. Yeah, someone
I've
said
forgotten that he's at Liverpool.
somebody said what's the biggest football conspiracy. Somebody says Tyrone
Tyrone
Malacia is dead. And Man United are covering it up because you don't see his picture.
You don't see him
his training.
anywhere.
You've not heard anything about him. Where the hell is Tyrone Malacia?
18 months. oh.
Someone really
It's true.
18 months.
No, I can ask the same question of
Malacia-
Thiago. I haven't seen
No,
Thiago
he
in
got
like.
hurt in
See,
pre-season.
Why
his
we
family
see him?
members need to get serious.
He got hurt in pre-season.
Tyrone Malacia is
interested.
dead.
He was
We're going to do this. We're going to do
from the end of last season.
But he started pre-season, then he got hurt again.
Has his family seen him? Did he go home for
As
Christmas?
the family reported to him,
behave.
No.
Can you behave? What's the meaning of this?
But
They are not part. They are not
it's
part.
a very important
Oh my
matter.
God.
They are not
Because
part.
Can you behave? No, this one they are not bad.
see,
It's actual. It's actual.
this is what our brothers will tell you. What craft is so good, my friend?
the fact is, the family has not reported to the nearest police station that the man is missing. So that should be.
Okay, back to the game. Sorry.
Okay, by virtue of how wasteful you guys have been, and how foolish you have all been, you are now going to get 60-second previews for that final.
That
No,
one is a straightforward final. Don't worry.
60-second previews. Actually, you go.
I think Liverpool are better prepared for this. While Klopp and his team have not looked to play to one definitive style, one thing I've admired about them is how they can find solutions irrespective of the opponents and how they play. So we'll talk about the AFC Bournemouth games, the Luton Town game that they just played. Yeah. You can tell they were struggling in some aspect, but as the game progresses, they find solutions. So you can't even point to repeated patterns in their build-up and all of these things because that's not the meat of the matter. It's how they adjust to the problems that the opponents will pose. And if you look at the squad like Klopp has had, I have respected the job that he's done. And I think Sunday will be no different.
Okay, fair enough. And so you think Liverpool are going to win?
Yeah.
That okay?
Usually when two big teams face off and one has a very comfortable victory, I don't expect the immediate game that is following to follow that same pattern.
Nigeria
I think
versus
that
Cote d'Ivoire.
exactly. I think that look.
Sorry, Niger.
I think look what we saw Chelsea do against Liverpool at Anfield. I think it was just a very bad day at the office. I think the Manchester City game, both at the Etihad and at Stamford Bridge, have shown us that Pochettino can be able to stand up to and rub shoulders with some of the big managers on his day. And I think that, especially on the back of that performance against Man City, and when you also look at Liverpool's injury situation, now the score lines have looked comfortable, but the victories haven't necessarily been comfortable. Against Brentford, there were periods in the game that it was very close, and then Liverpool just managed to find a way. Against Luton also, first half, I think first 55 minutes, it was very cagey. Liverpool were struggling. When they got that equalizer, they just went off. I feel like if Chelsea can approach this as a one-off, like what they've been doing in the cup competitions, and we've seen how very good tactically they have been in the cup competitions, I think we'll have a much closer game than we expect. I think this game will go into extra time. I think Chelsea will make it.
Okay. Nimo?
I think it will come down to the team who's most prolific up front. This Chelsea team, time and again, will create decent chances, but they tend to struggle to put them away. And in such big games, you expect the big game players to show up. I'm very sure Salah will be fit. I'm very sure Darwin Núñez will be fit for the game. And Luis Diaz, if you look at it, there's a clear difference in the front line of the two teams. One have a very clinical front line. The other a bit makeshift, not certain about who to put the ball in the back of the net. Liverpool will not play like Man City. So that system that Chelsea took, or the way they played against Man City, they cannot use that same formation. It looks that if they were to play like that week in, week out, you'll get into the top 4. But for you to play like that, it depends on your opponent.
Yeah.
Liverpool is not the sort of team that will play like Man City. No, they will not do that. So it means Chelsea can also not play like the way they played against Man City. And so therefore, it will come down to the team that is more prolific up front. And then in midfield, Enzo will be there. McAllister will be there. I'm waiting to see who joins them in midfield as against Enzo Fernandez,
And
Caicedo, and of course, Gallagher. I think in that department, Chelsea looked slightly the strongest.
I actually think Chelsea are better in
Yeah,
midfield.
slightly strongest.
On paper or in performance?
I mean in performance.
I think on it's about, we know how good Caicedo, Enzo can be on their day. If they were to show their true self on their day, even if Liverpool had their first choice midfielders, I expect them to match up to them.
Yeah.
But again, it will be about the transition. When we get it up front, what is going to be the outcome? And again, just to go back to that 4-0-4-1 thrashing at Anfield, the Liverpool wingers, the Chelsea wingers will have to do some defensive duty. We saw how badly Raheem Sterling was in that driving when the young right back went past him. Robertson will be there. So the two, if Kopama is going to play out wide, which I suppose that is where he will play, if Chelsea really want to have the 3 guys in the middle of the park, then it means that when Robertson takes off and he's going, he needs to follow him. Because Luis Diaz alone would deal with Gusto. So if you don't follow Robertson, make it a 2v2, and you allow Diaz and Robertson to double up on Gusto, that's going to be a serious issue.
So therefore,
If you look at the dynamics, it is pointing more to a Liverpool victory to me than the Chelsea victory. Don't forget, club is going.
Okay.
This is the first trophy. He will definitely be telling them, put this in the bag and let's set up a proper tone for the Europa and the league proper.
Fair enough. Ticho.
I think Chelsea have got a chance going into. Listen, Liverpool are favourites. Obviously, when you top the Premier League, it counts for something. So they go into the games as favourites, and that is where Chelsea have got a chance. And that is why when you've seen Chelsea play this season against big teams, their performance against them, not necessarily the results, but the way they've held up against them, bar the 4-1 humiliation to Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's been impressive. We saw them against Arsenal. We saw them against City, home and away. Both been draws.
They were poor against United.
Yeah,
So,
they're poor against
very
United,
poor.
like we said. But that again is because United were not necessarily favourites in the game. There were two teams that were equal, or if you like, at that time were playing. But when Chelsea have accepted that they are proper underdogs under Pochettino, they've thrived. And that is why when they went into the game against City, they thrived. They might not necessarily have to give the same instructions to the players. You know, we saw Conor Gallagher. His job was to just keep and stay on Rodri. Block all his passing lanes, hustle him, walk with him, pray with him, eat with him, pass with him, everything, hurry him, whatever happens. They might not do the same thing when they play against Liverpool, but the instruction will be the same. That most of them will be behind the ball for most of the time. So it will be on Liverpool then to break Chelsea open or to expose Chelsea to the openings. But that is where Chelsea can be dangerous. And we've seen Liverpool that when teams can counter-attack well against Liverpool, at times they struggle because Liverpool's game is so fixated on how well the fullbacks can engage in those wide areas, or even more recently, can also drop into midfield. So when teams have been very good using the width, like Chelsea did against City, they've caused problems to Liverpool. So Chelsea have got a chance. The reason I said they've got a chance is they've got the weapons in the team to hurt the Liverpool team that Chelsea will accept to play like underdogs against them. So if Palmer can pick those passes, Gusto can be on the run, Chilwell can be on the run for the counter, and Nkuku or Sterling or Jackson are able to coordinate those chances in the final third, then they've got a chance. If they don't make that work, like I've said, Liverpool are favourites. Liverpool, and I just said it, they've always found a way because they've got an abundance of talents who can all chip in the goals from anywhere by any means, not necessarily by style or by plan. So that is why I think Liverpool will be dangerous. But Chelsea have got a chance. So I think Liverpool slightly edge Chelsea. I'm almost surprised if Chelsea.
The man is playing safe.
No. You see, I've come to learn.
said what he has said.
No, I've come to learn that in football, you don't always have to predict this will win or that. You can give reasons why this will win or reasons why this could win.
No, I
so
agree.
Liverpool are favourites, but Chelsea have got a chance.
I'm just
Everybody has a
going
chance.
to say that for me, like I think
Everybody has a chance.
But you,
Yeah.
what
Chelsea-
else are you going to say apart from Chelsea are going to win?
No, I think Chelsea's problems mostly this season have been down to two things. I think consistency and mentality. There have been games, and we saw that recently, where Chelsea have looked absolute world class in the performances.
What did you just say?
I said there have been games where we have
World
seen
class?
Chelsea. Yes.
When they were class?
World class.
Against Man City.
Man City.
Chelsea
When they
should
were
have
class.
won.
Come on.
What are you
How do
talking
you-
about?
how do you-
They look
They don't
functional
look-
at best.
Yes.
Are
How
you
do
serious?
talent world class?
What are you
This
talking
is
about?
the best. Chelsea played against the best team in the world and looked better.
City are not the best
But
team.
they didn't look better.
In that first
I'm
half,
not the
Chelsea should
best
have
team in
scored
the
like
They
this.
didn't look better.
City are not the
So
best team
who
in
is
the
the
world.
best team in
Bayer
the world?
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Inter Milan
They are
are
the only
better.
unbeaten
Inter Milan
team.
are
Real
friends.
Madrid are better.
Next time when Inter
When
Milan
they
faces
beat them,
Man
what
City,
happened? Did
Bayer
they beat them?
Leverkusen. Bayer
What are you
Leverkusen.
saying?
But
In Europe, they've not lost a
I don't
game.
do the show.
What are you
They're the
saying?
only time lost a
What are
game.
you saying?
How do you try to
Oh,
do
come
Based
on.
off an event that happened
Let me just go
some
on
10
and make
months
my
ago.
point.
He's waiting for you.
Let me just go
But
on and make
what
my
I
point.
don't get
So
is
I'm
you
gonna-
saying
no.
because
And my premise is correct. Chelsea against Man City
Was a
just
world-class
last weekend.
performance.
Chelsea looked world class. In that
How
first half,
is
they
it?
should have been up by at least 3 goals to
I
now.
see
You
why.
are glorifying
In fact,
mediocrity.
How is that world
I
class?
now
You are glorifying
understand
mediocrity.
why you were so over the moon when you drew that.
For the 1-1 win.
Show.
I don't see why you guys.
Why you didn't watch the
mediocrity.
game?
That's
They were
what
not
this
world
is.
class.
Did you watch the game?
I saw every single second of the fixture. Chelsea were
you're
not world
saying-
class.
Really?
Yes.
They didn't look world class.
They were not world. In fact,
No,
City,
easy.
if you
Give
want to
it-
go on
give
the
it to
XG,
easy.
2 minutes
They
to
did not look world class.
City should have scored more goals than Chelsea.
They did not look world
English.
class. They did not look world class.
City
I
created
am
far
making
more
my point
chances.
anyway.
City created far more
I'm
chances
making
than
my point
Chelsea.
anyway. I'm saying that that consistency in performances are needed. Because I think even in this very Carabao Cup, people expected Chelsea to go and lose to Aston Villa.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
They didn't.
That's
They
right.
showed up and they won convincingly. And yet, the first leg of that game, it almost looked like Chelsea were going to get kicked out. So
Chelsea
that
lost
sort
in the
of
first leg, yeah.
inconsistency.
But they drew.
And I think it is a consequence of the kind of squad that Chelsea has. And for me, that's where the big characters needs to show up. I genuinely think that on paper, with all the players available, Chelsea slightly have the better squad. But can they deliver? That's another thing. I'm confident that
Another fact I
Hold
disagree
on.
with.
I'm confident
What
that
how's the better? If
I'm
Liverpool had their
confident.
full strength team,
No,
Chelsea
that's
has
what
the
he's
better
saying.
He's
That's
not
not paper
listening.
right now.
He's not listening.
Conor
Who is
Bradley
not
is
reading?
better than Conor Bradley on paper. Is he better than?
team. Conor Bradley.
Yes.
On paper,
but-
who is
but
he
The
better than?
Liverpool small boy.
But-
Yes.
He is better than the good saloon man. The one who goes to the saloon.
But you see,
what are you talking
this
about?
conversation about
Alright,
on paper,
guys, so
it's all
listen,
based off
that's
their
it,
reputation
that's it,
before
that's
Chelsea.
it.
Not performances.
So for me, I think with the cup at stake, with Chelsea, with Pochettino, there is, listen, if Pochettino doesn't win this trophy, Pochettino out.
You will not say
Why?
You will not say
Why?
Enzo out.
But if
will
we
not
dey
say
see your body
you will not
power.
say Boli out.
No, please,
Pochettino out.
please,
But Chelsea, you dey see your body
Chelsea
power.
has
It's Liverpool you're talking
Chelsea
about.
has made coaches look world class. Now we are finding out Tuchel was not good after all. Chelsea made him win the Champions League. He's gone to Bayern Munich with better players. He can't win the Champions League. Chelsea makes everybody look world class.
The
Every
coach-
coach can win it. In fact,
Fair
Mauricio
true.
Sarri, in
Fair
his entire career, had never won a trophy. The moment he came to Chelsea, he
Who
was
else?
beating Arsenal in the Europa
Friends, who
League
else?
final by 4-1. It wasn't even close. That
Friends,
is
who
Chelsea.
else?
That's
Who-
not
who
Mauricio.
are the other coaches?
Because we have
Di Matteo.
seen since he
Di
left.
Matteo.
Since he left, Di Matteo, in his whole coaching career, he has
that-
never won anything
In
except.
Since-
12
since
years,
who
it's
left?
3 coaches.
Since who left?
Sorry,
Sarri. Since Sarri left, he has not done
I
one.
said Mauricio Sarri. Since he left,
How about you won with Juve?
I said, you see, I'm not saying he's not won anything. I was
okay.
going to say, since he left, we are now finding out that he wasn't great after all. He can't
so you
get
are
back.
discounting
He has
what
not
he did
even
at
been to
Juve.
the quarterfinals of a knockout
Wait,
competition.
friends, if what he did at Chelsea counts enough for you to say that you made him win, how then are you discounting what he won at Juventus? Which for all intents and purposes has more credibility than the League Cup.
The Scudetto, is that
It has more credibility than the League Cup. Are you trying to say that the
the
League Cup?
Scudetto, is that the European trophy?
No. Are you trying to say that
Is
the
that the
League Cup?
European trophy?
They Sarri
I'm
win the
telling
European trophy for
you
you.
that
Is
Hey,
it?
what European?
Yes.
Against Arsenal.
Hey,
That was
hey.
against Emery, of course. Against Arsenal, of course.
Against Emery.
Arsenal-
Even more impressive. is
Arsenal
you.
will not win in Europe.
Against Emery.
If
Even
you-
more
if you
It was
take
impressive.
Europa
Pep-
League. It was Europa
If you
League.
take Pep to Arsenal stuff, I'm sure
Europa League
they
is
will
for
struggle in
Bottom
Europe.
line, Pochettino has no excuse. You are coaching Chelsea in the final, you must win. Thank you very much, guys. Subscribe. subscribe, share the link, okay? Share the link. Thank you all. And we'll see you next week.
And drop your comments.
Because Nimli has and Ticho, they have eaten humble pie.
And your car is just in the waiting. Don't worry.
Thank you very much.
that Chelsea
We're
clip
back
was
again.
terrible, man.